Hello and welcome back. Here we are. I think today we're actually going to play some League of Legends. So the last video we went over all the hotkey bindings. Maybe that was a little too early, and that was a long one. So if you stayed through all that, thank you. Today we're gonna jump into a game here. We haven't played actually any actual games of League of Legends yet. So this is a fairly fresh client. Thankfully, they've made this process a little bit easy. Right here on the home screen, they have this Play League, Unlock Legends, get started. So we're just going to click this button. We'll see what it says. So when you first start an account, it has this will kind of guide you through. And if you just kind of pace yourself along this, it'll look pretty good. So these are just like the different rewards you get, and mostly it's just unlocking different features of the game, so they kind of ease you into it. And these are your daily play rewards. So that's why, like every day you play, you'll get some of these. I mean, you can click into here, and this is basically just sort of the progression of summoner spells and things you'll get. And over here, this lets you know the different champions you'll get to choose from. I think the only other thing, here they have the awakening missions. So these will kind of guide you through what you need to do. So you can click on it there. Also, just for future reference, once you're out of this, if you click down in this bottom right corner, this will show you any missions. So there's different challenges or whatever. A lot of these opening missions just kind of are just playing the game. So here we have, looks like our first one is to cast champion skills, cast your ultimate, so 30 times and 20 times. So that, and then they're wanting us to play a match-made game. And now a match-made game is basically any game that you play that isn't custom. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and play. So here we go. Click on the play button. Again, it is tempting to jump right into a PvP game. Probably better at first if you've never played the game before. To click on this co-op versus AI. This means the opponents will be just controlled by the computer. All the other 4 people on our team are gonna be people. And just for fun, we'll click it on intro, and basically once each of these levels become easy, that's kind of like, like if you can routinely easily win intro, go to beginner, and once you can do that, go to intermediate. Once you get to the end of intermediate, well, then it's time to start some PvP. So anyways, let's play an intro game just to show you what it's like. So we hit confirm. This is where if you have friends that join you here. We have no friends on this account. Again, this is a brand new account. So you just click find match. Yeah, there we go. Found it quick. So because normally you're not going to see this many champions, but because our league is unlocked, we can see lots and lots of them. So I'm going to play Morgana today. I'm just going to hit lock in. These are the only 2 summoner spells I have. Over here are some runes we could take. I'll choose that one. Doesn't really matter for this. And here we go. We're launching right in. And again, this is where you can. So on these, clicking these things at the top will show you various things about the players. But you can see that all of the top one on our team, they put ours in gold. So this is us. These have like sort of, people made names, and all these ones down here: Ezreal bot, Nasus bot, Ryze bot, Alistar bot. Those are all computer controlled ones. But this is like, these are the summoner names for each of the people on our team. And this down here, this is down in the very bottom corner here. That's how quickly things are loading. And this is usually based on sort of, well, both computer speed and internet speed. So it's usually one of the advantages of playing ranked is usually people are playing on pretty good both computers and internet speeds. So someone's computer is having trouble loading, and that's why this is taking so long. But that gives us up here, up in this upper left-hand corner, this 51 milliseconds. That's our ping. So that's basically how long it takes the signal from our computer to get to Riot servers and back. So the lower this number, the better. Usually, 50 is pretty good. If you play in South Korea, this would be single digits because they have a good internet. But here in the United States, 50 is pretty decent, especially if you live in a rural place. I think when I'm playing at home on a good day, it's hovering around high 70s and low 80s. With occasional what they call lag spikes, where Liz will hop up and you'll kind of lose control of your characters. What else? Anyways, on here you can see, obviously, like we'll get into more in Runes and Masters, but you can see all the runes people are taking, or at least their keystone, and their sub one. You can see their summoner spells, so that kind of informs you as to what they'll be planning. And probably everyone's account is too low, but on this one, as you play a champion more and more, you'll earn what they call mastery points, and these will actually rank up into flashier sorts of things. And then over here, eventually we'll have tokens and titles that we can plug in here just for fun, and you can customize the borders as your summoner account levels up. But yeah, that's kind of all the bits and pieces, and usually Riot puts a nice little quote or information in here. Usually they don't let the game load too long, so if this game refuses to load after so long, they'll just start us in, but they like to give people a chance to, I guess, reconnect if they're having issues. This is kind of strange here. Normally there isn't a bunch of bouncing around with this. It usually, it gets to like 92 and stays at 92 until it can go in farther. You'll notice, at least at first, the only summoner spells you have, these are summoner spells, so this is usually on D and F. Is Ghost and Heal, so Ghost will, well, actually, if you hover over these, they'll actually tell you exactly what they do. Generally speaking, Flash is kind of the standard that everyone always takes, so once you're at a high enough level to have Flash, you'll probably be taking Flash unless your champion is doing something special where they don't need Flash. And then of course you have Heal, which as its name implies will heal your champion. It'll also heal you and also one other ally, usually that you hover over. Smite is generally for jungle camps, or I mean it'll also work on minions. Oh, and here we are. We're in the game. So again, we're gonna take off that lock screen, but we're gonna press P and we're gonna buy our first item. Right now they want us to be a support. We're actually gonna go into all items. So usually it's good to be recommended because we're not support, and this is just kind of a for funsies game. I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. Take Tear of the Goddess, and then we'll head out the lane here. Looks like our team's a little slow. 30 seconds until minions spawn. And again, we have our things lit up, and again, you could left click this. We are not going to do that. Remember, we set this to, you can hit Control Q, that'll level it up, or again, I did my key binding, so mine's on F1. But that is generally not the case. Looks like Misfortune, and especially in these first games, you get a lot of people who don't really know what's going on. Or they might actually not even be real people. They could be a computer program leveling up an account for someone else. A lot of streamers will buy pre-leveled accounts so they can do like bronze to diamond runs for fun. So we'll head down here to bot lane. And you'll notice we have a minion wave coming. So every 30 seconds, a minion wave will come. And the first one reaches your tower at a minute 30. So here it is. It looks like we have 3 people who are what they call AFK, so they are not doing anything. But here we go. We'll again, and the name of the game here is we try to last hit minions as much as possible, right? Oops, so I failed on that one. You didn't see any gold, right? So again, we're gonna hang out here. Right there we go. Got one. Dropped one. All right. So again, and intro bots, it actually it delays how long it takes for the enemy to show up. So normally, the enemy champions would also be in lane at the same time. Because this is intro bots, they're just letting us use the minions. Again, now I'm level 3. And sorry, I leveled up my W, the Tormented Shadow, sort of just with the button, so you probably didn't see that. So again, I can see that I'm level 3. I'm going to press my Control E, and there we go. We've leveled up our third one. So now we have all 3 abilities ready. And again, I'm playing on quick cast without indicator. So for example, when I cast my Q, right, it's just gonna go. If I normal cast it, here we'll wait for that to go. So I'm gonna normal cast my W. So now you can see this is what normal casting looks. So so I've hit Shift W. Those are what mine are bound to, and now I'm gonna hit left click to drop it. And again, they have the recommended one. I actually, when I play Morgana, I play her a little differently. So I actually end up leveling up her W next. So here they're coming after me. So that's a snare, right? So again, and they're not at a very high level, so I should honestly be able to kill them. Especially if he stays there. I'm gonna put my, just in case he tries to do some kind of stuff. So I've hit my ghost with my D button. And there we go, first blood. That's pretty good. Right? And again, the intro bots are not particularly smart. Alright, so we gotta stay out of the tower range. You see, actually I'll get close to it again. But you'll see there's like a yellow ring popped up around the tower to keep me from going into it. Right, so he is probably going to be dead now. Yep, there you go. And again, this is it. Let's see if we can get Ezreal. Oh, I'm out of mana. So you see down here my mana bar. I have no mana, or just enough mana at this point. You'll notice my ability hit. Okay, so now I finally have my ultimate, and my ultimate. Special where I can't cast it all the time. I have to have someone nearby to me. So A, left click. I remember to use that attack move, so I have a key to my spacebar. But you can also use A left click, and that's how wide her attack range is. Alright. And yeah, like I said, these bots are not particularly smart. Okay. And the minions will tend to attack me, like so once they yeah, and so he's attacking me in my minion wave, so I'm gonna get after him, try to trick him back here.
A summoner has disconnected.
And you'll see that summoner disconnected warning went up to let me know that someone on my team is disconnected. We should be able to kill him here. Yep, there we go. And we'll probably go back after this. We're pretty low, and we have actually a fair amount of money. And again, I have not been very good about last hitting, so probably get a little bit lazy because I'm busy killing these dumb champions. But now I'm gonna head back, and you'll see I head back. So this wave, what they call this minion wave, is gonna crash into the tower. So it means that when I come back to lane, actually I'm gonna get Dark Seal. So yeah, if we go recommended, it's gonna give us some sort of funny stuff. And again, I do things a little bit differently, so we'll head back to lane. But yeah, here we go. And this is kind of what it's about. It's basically about going back getting money. And like I said, I went back to base actually a little bit too late. So I had about 2k gold, which is really kind of too long to wait. Usually, especially for your first back, you want to go back about 1200 gold, depending on what items you're going to be getting. Alright, there we go. Right. And here's my ultimate. So it puts that chains, it gives me movement speed. And then at the end of that, it damages him and roots him. It actually ended up killing him because he didn't have that much health left. There comes my Q, which binds them, which allows me to, yeah. And again, so now we have this whole wave, and we're gonna crash it into the tower. Probably get some plates, and we're gonna work on just sort of pushing our lane and taking their nexus. And again, the intro bots are at one, in addition to not having very good, very smart AI. They also tend to not use their abilities at all. So there's a lot of stuff that this Alistar could be doing to me that would make this game pretty hard. So again, intro bots. Hopefully you don't get stuck on those intro bots for very long. There we go. We got another kill. And again, because I'm so much higher level, I can really sit in here and kind of be silly about what I'm doing. Now that I have enough for that, I'll drop my W, which does a ton of damage. Yeah. So this yeah. So we'll keep them right there. So we'll shove one more wave in, and we'll go back, and we'll. I keep hitting P to check to see how much my item is. So that's what's going on there. Why I'm bringing that up. So I'm gonna go in this bush. I'm gonna hit B to back. But yeah, so I have enough, and gold down here. And that Alistar almost came in the bush. But again, here we go. We just keep on keeping on. Probably get this Leandri's next.
I find beauty in these shadows.
But yeah, that's basically all there is to it. So we're just gonna rush back to land. You see, I mean, it's kind of basically go until you have enough gold for something. Head back, make your purchase.
Once I thought the air above was sweet. Now I find it stifling.
And each champion has stuff they say like that from time to time. So that's also part of the fun of it too. Is just playing champions that you know, like the cut of their jib. Alright, so here we should be able to. Yeah, so we're gonna. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. And again, like these intro bots are not very smart. They also don't use their abilities. So probably maybe in that next game we'll play some intermediate bots, and then we'll get into some PvP matches. But no, this wave might be big enough that we can actually crash it, or actually take the tower. So we'll see. Oh, we have you'll see now that there's that frost that comes up on the minions. So the item I got was this Rylai's Crystal Scepter, and it has stats attached to it, so the ability, power, and health. But then it also has another one, the Rime Frost. Damaging abilities slow the enemy. So that's why they keep getting slowed whenever they're being damaged. So again, see how slow he goes. So yeah, so that he thinks he can get away. Yep. Not today. Yeah, so again, I drop it there and see how it slows him. And he ends up taking more damage, because obviously he's kind of just standing in there taking damage. So again, so now we're working on clearing this as fast as we can, right? To get back to wailing on this tower. And you can kind of judge too, like, so we can see our wave down here on the mini map is coming up. So it's this, our wave is about to the tower, so is their wave, right? And we got to be careful not to stand in here too long, because as soon as if Alistar were to have walked into my puddle and got damaged, I would have started taking damage from the tower. So this is the tower range. This only shows up in bot games, what they call bot games, which are the co-op versus AI. Okay, and you saw that Alistar just knocked me back, so he just used his ability. It may not help him. We'll see. Okay, now he's trying to back. I don't know that I want him to. Yeah. And again, like I have, see down here, I have way too much gold to be staying in lanes. This is super greedy, and you would not do this in a PvP game. But the bots are easy enough to kill that we're gonna hang out and kind of do wrong-headed things there. Back there, we should be able to get him. Yep. So again, and that's why you don't want to play on lock screen. So like, had I been on lock screen, right? Right, I wouldn't have been able to see him with lock screen. So because I was playing on unlock screen, I was able to see him. All right, and so now I have enough to buy something. We're gonna buy this. Actually, yeah, we'll buy. So we're going to do something else here because we bought this. So you can left click on an item, and if it builds into something, it'll show you what it builds into. So I'm going to get that Magi's and that. And we'll go over more about items later. But for now, I mean, we're just cruising along, showing you what an intro game looks like. And again, it's just sort of especially for the first usually 15 minutes of the game or so, is what they call laning phase. Although now that we've had towers go down, so the mid tower and our tower are both down, so one could argue that laning phase is over now. We're onto the middle section of the game. But what we're basically it's about just sort of gathering up gold. So the more gold we get, the better. Alright, there we go. Looks like we'll probably kill both of these guys. Yep. So what this one does is I get additional ability power, and stats for every kill I get. So it's a really cost-effective item if you're ahead and you're not dying much, and you're getting lots of kills. So in a game like this, where I'm 16 kills, 0 deaths, 0 assists, it's a pretty good idea to really kind of double down on your lead. Right. There's not really a whole lot that they can do. And again, because it's intro bots, they really stacked it against the AI here. Here's what we call it. So see how after every attack I move. I mean, look at that! He actually dodged it. Wasn't expecting that. And normally, because I had Ghost, I don't have to walk through the tower. But with Flash, I could have actually flashed across that section and not taken any tower shots at all. Okay, it looks like now usually once you start doing really well, the enemy will come after you a little bit and start sending more people your way. Alright. Now I volted again. You can see my chains on them. They're stunned. Drop my pool, my tormented shadow. And here we go onto the inhibitor. Alright, so we'll probably be able to kill him. You saw me. I threw my my Q, my dark binding, over the wall there. Just in case that Galio had lived. And so that's one of the nice things with Morgana is she has a bunch of skill shots. So a lot of the champions, like if they run into the fog of war, like out here, I can't see them. So if they were to run out there, I would not be able to do anything. Like I can't choose to auto attack them or do much else.
It's a beautiful place.
Um,
Do not let it be hidden.
so I think I'm gonna go back here. Let's see if they check the bush. Oh, they managed to stay out of the bush, so I'm okay. So again, I'm going to left click on here to bring up I'm building something that's not necessarily on my list. It's Archangel Staff, so I'll buy a piece of that.
An enemy has been slain.
I guess just head back to lane now.
Skin to soil. It's true.
Double kill.
It looks like our Zaya over here. So again, I'm pressing tab to go to my scoreboard. So we can see that I'm 24-0 with 100 CS. That means I've last hit minions 103 times. So I got the gold for those. And then you can also see other people in our team. So our Zaya in the mid lane, right, is 10, 1, and 5. So she's also doing pretty good.
An enemy has been slain.
You can also see here's like the team totals. So we have 45 kills now, and the enemy's only killed 5 of us. So on the whole, we're having a pretty good game. And again, I just leveled up my E, and I used Control E to do it. Well, I actually used F3, but and that's because I custom binded that. But by default, it's Control and the it's Control and the ability. Right, and here's Shift in my trinket button. Right, lets me see where that lore is going to go. Looks like we got some fighting over here. He's probably dead right there. Yep, he's probably dead. Yeah, there's a triple kill, yep. Yeah, sometimes they're a little delayed on the announcements, but we should be able to wrap this up pretty quick. So this is what a game looks like. Yeah, our Misfortune's taking the double tower shots there. I'm taking tower shots, because one of the items I have has there we go. Yeah. So yeah, so we're closing this one out. Not much to it really. So we're just gonna go hit this tower. There's really no point in keeping this game going, but yeah, that's what a more or less full game of League of Legends looks like. Normally it takes a little longer than 20 minutes. But if you hit /D, you'll do your dance. I'll go over more of those later, but yeah, there we go. Victory. Anyways, that's it. We'll go over some more stuff as we play, and here you get to honor someone after the game. So I'll just go ahead and say, stay cool. And then we've leveled up. So now we have Barrier and Exhaust, which are 2 more Summoner spells, and that blue essence that'll allow you to buy stuff. And I'll actually, just to top it up, I'll show you all what that looks like. Here's our daily play. So we get to choose one of these champions. I think I'm going to pick Caitlyn. She's one of my favorite ADCs, and maybe next time we'll play some Caitlyn. But yeah, there we go. So
I'm on the case.
Press OK. And here we've completed the mission. So we also get a champion permanent brand for just playing a match-made game. So I'm going to hit OK on that. We got 20 kills or assists, so we completed that mission. Looks like we completed 3 missions, and we have 5 more. Alright, so then it's going to say all the things that have we've leveled up. So these are trinkets, right? And you can adjust these by going up in here. And so you can see tokens and titles. So tokens, right? So you can put up to 3 tokens in each spot, right? So we click on these spots and put our tokens in there, and all of these are for different sort of things. And then we have titles. If you click show unowned, right, or take that off, so we can have that no title, or we can put apprentice. So now we have a title and our tokens. Banners right now, we don't have any special banners. Borders are around there. We can change the icon though, so we can look over here and let's change our icon to, I don't know, this is the nice pretty one. So that is that screen. If you hit continue, it'll give you the stats from the game. And then you can look at advanced stats, and this is where you can really dig down into like different things you've done, and there's a whole line of those. You can do graphs to kind of show it looks like I did the most damage in the game, and here's what all of our runes did. So here's the different things that the runes did, and we'll go more into that more in depth later. But that's what that, so the different runes that you pick at the beginning of the game, this is a good way to evaluate whether or not they're actually doing anything for you. So we'll X out of that. And then when you hit play again, by default it's going to put you into the same lobby as it did before. But we're not going to be doing that now. I'm going to show you a few things. So it said we had some more challenges. So again, this Teamwork 1 is one that just came online. It shows the progress on that one. So we cast regular ability 30 times and our ultimate only 6 times. So I'll try to find a champion that can play that, or you can cast more often. And with that, let's see what else. Okay, so those champion permanents we just got. So we'll go over some of these before we sign off. We'll just go to the loot, right? So if we click on loot, so remember we selected Caitlyn, but then for one of the channels we got brands. So this I can press like left click in there, and I can choose to disenchant it into blue essence, which will give me more blue essence. Or you can unlock a champion permanent. So I'm going to hit unlock champion permanent, and I'm going to unlock it permanently. And so now Brand becomes one of my champions. And again, because I'm playing on our school computers where it's unlocked, like I have access to all the champions anyway. But normally when you're playing at home, you'd start off the game with very few. And they do have like a rotating list of ones that are free to play. And again, since I've unlocked Caitlyn, I'm going to unlock that champion permanent. And so now if I go and look at my collection, right, it'll show me all the different things I have. But in the champions that I own, I have exactly these 3 champions. Right, so Bran, Caitlyn, and Darius. So if I were playing at home, these 3 were the ones I'd always be able to play. And if we hit show unowned, I'm not sure if they're gonna. This is all the champions in League of Legends. Oh, and you can see that like this week, Jinx is free to play. So I'd be able to play Jinx if I were in a game. Likewise, I'd be able to play Malphite. It's got the free to play. And these rotate, so every week this changes. And I think one more thing I'll show you is with Blue Essence. If you go to the store, this is where you can spend real money, but you can also spend just regular Blue Essence. So I'll buy a champion here. If you go to champions, here's all your. So this smaller number is for real money, so it's riot points, but it costs money to get that. And it's roughly about $1 per 100 or per 100. So, but it's better just to spend the Blue Essence, so I can get it for free. So if you did, so you can look at, so this is all of them, and they usually sort it by release date, but you can go in here, and I like to sort it by price Blue Essence ascending, and so it'll show it by the cheapest champions. Yeah, so we can purchase the champion that way. So I will purchase I'll purchase Garen, right? And I'm going to purchase for Blue Essence, right? And I have 4,000, and he's only 450, so I'll purchase him, and I'll purchase Ash, right? And I'll purchase I might as well purchase Lux, right? All right, and so now if I go back to my collection, We'll notice champions, and we're going to unclick the show unknown. So now we'll see I have a lot more champions to choose from. So yeah, I think that's all we're going to do for this one. Next time I think we'll just skip ahead to intermediate bots, and after one more of those, maybe we'll jump into some PvP to kind of see some of the shenanigans that go on there. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Later.